So I think we are group 6 of this TP Prime class. And then we are submitting this video um, to be able to demonstrate how we apply the invent phase on designing our Odyssey or on submitting our Odyssey live design, and then testing it like collaboratively as a group, and then how we did it for the individual, right? So my name is Derwin Parfan, and I'm with.
I am Michelangelo Isleta.
Okay. And we also have another team member that will be recording a video separately. Unfortunately, Samar Aurora is in a client engaged in a client visit right now. Um, so the quick introduction. Our live design journey started as part of TP Prime. We have had at least 2 or 3 virtual sessions, if I'm not mistaken, Tykes, and then one like series of face-to-face sessions that lasted for 3 days. Um, we basically completed uh, the discover phase. That was the first one, right? And then
Yeah.
this prototyping for the live design is what we will be discussing for today. Tyke, sorry, would you want to add something in terms of our journey so far?
Right. So right now, I think most of us have already completed the invent phase, and in preparation for the deliver phase, we're here to discuss about our Odyssey life plans and taking into consideration what we did in the discover phase, like how it relates to our ikigai as well as our life pillars. So this is the purpose of that video.
Okay. So what we can probably take turns, right? So maybe since you're sharing your screen, you briefly discuss your selected live design, whatever plan, 1, 2, or 3. Afterwards, I will do mine, and then you go back to you for the prototype testing, what you've done, for testing experience, research, etc. And then my turn, and then we'll close. Yeah, I think we can
Okay.
do it. Okay.
All right. So if I may start, so this is my Odyssey life design. Amongst the three, this was the one I selected because I think it's the most compelling and the most realistic one for
Yeah.
me. Just to share with you, my other one was becoming a scuba diving instructor, and the craziest one that I had was becoming a multi-billionaire real estate
That's your plan 3. Yeah.
mogul.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So I just wanted to share quickly my insights in terms of how I came up with the plan. So this Odyssey life design is basically centered around executive leadership for me in terms of work,
Yeah.
and my health, love, and play pillars across all the three life designs that I did are pretty much the same.
Yep.
What
Aligned.
only
Yeah.
change I think is the work part. And I've just updated this recently because I wanted to become that senior director in year two, but
And you got it already.
yes, and it happened. So I've updated it. The next step for me is, gaining more experience and probably have corporate management certifications as I prepare myself to move up to the next level, which is obviously the VP position. And in year four, it's just the same strategy for me: gain more experience, certifications in preparation for the next level for year five, which is um,
Yeah.
the senior vice president position. In this Odyssey life design aligns well with my ikigai because in terms of what I wanted to achieve professionally from an executive leadership position, um, I love leading people, and I think I'm good at tactics and strategies that help resolve business issues. And in terms of what the world needs right now, primarily TP, I think uh, they're looking for professionals that can help the company become efficient and profitable. And I think that is what I can get paid for. Being an executive leader, I think the senior director position is the stepping stone in terms of that. Hence, the reason why I can say that this life design really aligns with my ikigai. In terms of my work pillar, primarily being a senior director at this point, and at the same time also the site lead for Davao, it also aligns well. I like mentoring people. Mentorship is, I think, one of the things that I am good at, and this life design aligns with both my life pillars, especially around work and my ikigai.
Okay.
Hence, me choosing this life design as the that's the compelling one for me.
Okay. So the good news is that you're a step ahead of the others in the class because you got the first part in the work aspect. Okay, is
Yeah.
it my turn or do you have anything else to add?
Um, Hang on. Oh, let me just probably answer the last two questions. What makes
Okay.
it different from my two other plans? Again, this one is the most compelling one, and I think the more realistic one for me, and how it aligns with my long-term vision.
Okay.
This is what I'm already doing now, and I just need to push it further until I get to that year five goal that I wanted to achieve in terms of professional work.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's your turn.
Okay. All right. So my turn then. So my apologies because I in our class I have written the three Odyssey Live design I have. I wasn't able to encode in the PDF version. So we'll use this as a guide, but I can verbalize. I have it written again. But so if you can continue sharing your screen.
Yeah.
Um my live design, I also picked the very first plan. To your point, it's the much more realistic one. I currently hold the role of VP for People Transformation and Strategy, or more of a cross-functional role for HR, or Human Capital Resource Management. Um, Aligned with my ikigai, because so most of my play are travel related, I would say. Um, Initially, my plan two and plan three are so plan two is more of leading people transformation on a global scale, but I won't touch on that because I'll be focusing on plan one. But just to answer the question on the plan three is unlimited resources, with like 100% flexibility. So it's more of like a digital nomad, I would say,
Yeah.
right? So that means I can work, I can be a consultant someplace with connection like in Bhutan or in um,
Wow.
Antarctica or something, right? But let me go back to plan one, right? So for my work aspect, um, I look at more of years one and two as more of expanded role for me, not only touching on people strategy but touching on overall company strategy as well. Year three would be aspiration to become an SVP for people strategy, strategic planning, execution, etc. And year five would be if there's an opportunity within the company or within TP, some sort of chief um, strategy officer, focusing on strategic planning, strategic projects for the company. So that's the work aspect. I It's aligned with the play aspect because I foresee this role to be continuously not continuous to be still a hybrid setup, because nowadays I work 3 times in the office normally. So if I continue that one, I can still have that um so I'll make it simple. My years 1 to 5 for play is simply adding all of the countries in my bucket list, right? So what are the remaining out there that realistically with my current resources can be done until year 5? My plan 3 would be visiting all countries in the world, right?
Wow.
And maybe if there's an outer space journey, probably I would include other other planets too,
I did
or
indicate that
or
for
yeah,
my I
or
did indicate that for my
correct. Yeah,
crazy life design, going to
yeah,
outer
correct.
space.
Yeah. And then the health side is more of like just I I I look into, I haven't finally decided yet, but looking at adding an additional hobby or sports that I have not yet done. I'm looking at either tennis or what's that, the new paddle,
Pickleball.
the pickleball or something, right? So I haven't decided between the two. Right now I play badminton regularly, so my fitness journey is what I have inputted in the health side. So I understand my answer is a bit more generic as compared to you. But I just want to highlight that the way I decided is basically striking a balance and having a blend of having my professional growth, focusing on work, with career projection, is still managing to travel, and is still having that fitness or healthy lifestyle, essentially, um, because that's for me realistic and something that I can easily prototype and test. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, and I think just like you, um there is realignment in both of the plans that we've
Yeah.
shared. It's basically what we're doing now and maybe improving it or giving it a stretch
Yeah.
depending on what we have realized to do in the next 5 years.
Correct. And so maybe just to wrap this up on this section, the questions that I asked myself in the, like, at the bottom section is that if I have the proper or enough resources or adequate resources to be able to sustain that. Second would be if I have the time. That
Yeah.
means that can I still balance it with everything that I wanted to accomplish. And third is that will be the unknown part. Unknown part is that will TP change my role, right? Will there be anything that is, I'm not saying fully outside my control, but there are things that a decision will be made and then I will have to adjust, right? And I
Yeah.
have to be flexible as an employee of TP. There.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I think now that you've mentioned that, I think that's also one of that's probably my fourth question, because just like
Yeah.
you, time is also a valid question to consider. I'm not sure if I have the right skill set to move to the next level, hence why in between these positions here, I wanted to add experience and certifications.
Mm,
And in
yeah.
terms of the human and non-human resources, those are also things that I need to consider. And I think what you said may fall under that, because we will never know what the future will bring. So the unknown is definitely something that I will consider too.
Okay. All right. So I think we only have a few minutes left. Probably I'll start first, and then you can,
Okay.
or we can wrap up, right? The um, the prototype testing, right? So I'll only mention probably two or three in the interest of time. First is that, of course, I brought my immediate manager on board, that what I'm doing, not in full detail, but I I see his vision. It has to be aligned with my vision, right? Because he'll be the one to support my journey. So that's the first one. Second is that I've been researching on what kind of certification, to your point out there. So for example, I'm seeing a lot of programs like advanced like MBA program like chief strategy officer or something, right? So probably um I already have like a PMP or project management certification, but it's not quite the one that I need. But I started searching for what external training or certification I can gather. Third one is, and I'm pretty sure you're also part of this journey, is because from a mentorship side, I already had a meeting with my mentor from Coach Hub. I shared to her the initial Odyssey plan that I have, and that will be one of the focus areas in our future discussions because we were allocated this mentor for the next 6 months. So I'll be utilizing her. Her name is Niha, and that will be again a work in progress, but that will be for me one of the good measure for my prototype testing.
Okay. Well, in terms of mine, I already had a discussion with Ipe in terms of prototype testing, and he shared a very good plan with me in terms of how I can move on to the
Yeah.
next level. Because basically, the next steps would for me would be to shadow what he's doing,
Yep.
and he's agreed that in the next coming days or maybe weeks, we'll come up with a plan wherein he's gonna make me experience what he's doing now as an SVP in preparation for me becoming a vice president. So
Yep.
probably in the next coming weeks, I will have my fair share of handling staff meetings for him. Maybe joining him in the background in terms of the
Yep.
executive level meetings that he's currently doing now. But personally, in terms of research, what I first did was really read the book the first 90 days. So it's a
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
it's a good book, and I think executives really like this book, or for those that have transitioned to a new role. There have been a lot of executives out there that really read the book to prepare themselves in terms of what they can do first in their first 90 days. And it brought a lot of insights to me when I read it. And I think the next step for me is just to finish the
Yep.
book while at the same time I continue to work with Ipe on the next plans. And Coach Hub is
Yeah.
also something that I will take advantage of along with LinkedIn Learning.
Okay, I forgot Lincoln Learning, so I'll be adding that on my end as well. Okay, group closing or reflection. Just two more notes, and then probably you can wrap up. Tykes, key insight for me, designing my life. I think I would have done it differently if I did it alone rather than joining in a group session. Because not only the three of us along with Sam, we've interacted for for 3 days, right? But if we've also interacted with the bigger group, right? So that means
Yeah.
that we're able to gain insights. So even the prototype testing, we're able to do it right on the spot, right? As we
Yeah.
hear from our peers or even from our instructor. My key takeaway for the invent phase would be imagination can be unlimited, right? That
Yes.
means that we can imagine our life, we can smile about it, but for me, it's expectation versus reality, right? So we can always aim high, try to achieve greater heights, but we also need to be realistic. But that reality we should not limit it so that our design will be mediocre, right? Because we'll try to be very conservative about it. So we can still be aggressive in a point, but considering the resources, time, etc., we need to be realistic. So that's my key takeaway.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I think well, I mentioned this to both of you and Sam.
Yeah.
Previously, I was the happy-go-lucky guy. Just base it on experience. Experience is the best teacher for me, I
Yeah.
think. There was really no structure or procedure in terms of what I want to achieve professionally and personally. And having gone through the life design journey changed that aspect of my perspective, because I realized that you can really plan your life, become aggressive at times, while at the same time keeping yourself grounded in the fact that you also would need to be realistic depending on what your work, your love, your health, and your other pillars are. So it's exciting because right now I get to interact with a lot of people and involving or considering the ideas of others in terms of coming up with that life design journey
Yeah.
makes it easy for me to lay out a plan versus doing it on my own.
All right. Okay. So we'll just share this to Sam, and I think this wraps up our group session. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Derwin.
Okay. I stopped the recording.